Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Okay, great. All right, so I'm back. All right, I'm gonna make this a quick one, and I will probably take it down because, yeah, stuff happens. But Sweet Melody Speaks sent me this video, and I'm gonna play it because the first part is where she docks somebody. Okay, hold on. All right, so let me just hold on. All right, so let me share screens and hit that like button. This chick right here, not the one in the background, the black one. She went on. She made this video and she doxed the hell out of the white woman in the video. It's like, oh man, this had to have happened. She had to do this. So she doxed the hell out of the white woman in the background, and this is her story. Fair use, fair use.
She wanted to play. And what did she win? Boom! Christian preacher, ordained minister. Oh, what? That's my husband and his girlfriend. She decided to switch up that profile pic.
Now, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say hotter or sexier, but she does appear to be younger. She does appear to be younger than the black chick. So just throwing that out there. That's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
picture to let everybody know that she's in a serious relationship with a married man. But don't worry, they were not serious until he left his family a year after his daughter died. He moved out, they were serious enough to go on a family vacation within 2 weeks, and he used our family funds to do that. I mean, I saw the bill, so congratulations, but if you guys could refrain from using our family bill money, that would be splendid. But
all right. On the surface, this guy seems like a jerk. Yeah, I know, but somebody said that I won't get a strike if I do it. No, I get it, but I just have a thing against doxing people. So if you hear her information, you didn't hear it from this channel. Know that. And know that if somebody let their information slip on this channel, it will be taken care of. I don't really do that. I try to avoid that at all costs. Now, is she wrong for being upset? No. No, I don't think that women should really just take stuff like this lying down. However, what did she take lying down? You see, they always get to tell their side of the story. They always get to say stuff like this, and it goes completely unchecked. What I mean by take lying down is, how often was you sleeping with your husband? Under what circumstances did your daughter die? Was it, like it was a prenatal death, or it was like, stillborn? The child was stillborn, probably due to lack of nutrition. I'm just speculating. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there are so many holes in the story. You see, so many times brothers get the story third hand, meaning that a woman and a man divorce. A man cheats on a woman. And then a woman is loud about telling her side of the story. And her side of the story is typically likely the reaction, not the action. For example, a woman stops sleeping with her husband. Man goes without sex for 10 years, and then finally another woman, and in this case a white woman, decides to give him some. And then out of nowhere, he feels what it's like. He suddenly, his body remembers what it's like to feel like a man again. And then he says, you know something? I do not have to spend, because if she waited 10 years, then chances are she would wait for 20, 30, for the rest of their lives. That could be the story. It could be the story that he found out that none of the kids were his. There is a number of angles that the story can be told from. But she tells the story as if he just woke up one day and said, I wanted some white pussy. I wanted some white pussy. That may or may not have been the case. The question is, and we would have to get his side of the story for it, but outside of the manosphere, men don't really tell their side of the story, unfortunately. However, his side of the story could be interesting. It could be interesting. So that's all I really wanted to say on that. It was a quick video. Sweet Melody Speaks sent it to me. I was like, you know something? This is something that has to be covered. And the reason why is because I know somebody who's going through something similar like this. He got caught cheating, and I helped him cheat. He put the hotels on my card so his wife wouldn't find out, but she still found out, and she went and told the kids her side of the story. So the kids just look and like, Daddy, why did you cheat on mommy? And of course, he can't really just look at the kids and say it's because your mommy didn't sleep with me for 5 years. He never gets his side of the story out. And that's what the manosphere is about. It's about getting the man's side of the story out. And his side of the story makes it clear that, I mean, I'm talking about my friend here. My friend's side of the story makes it clear that he was completely justified. It is not cheating if she is not sleeping with you. Now, she mentioned the death of a daughter. It is possible that that was the day that she cut him off. It's not a marriage if a man does not get pussy on demand. I repeat, if he is not getting pussy on demand, every following subsequent act is justified. That is the primary reason why he got into that contract, to secure your bodily functions for himself. That is what he signed up for. He got a taste of it and he said, you know something? I am okay getting this on demand forever. You did not keep your end of the social contract. So he, a minister, a preacher, a pastor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, said, you know something? That's okay. If you're not going to keep your side of the contract, I see no reason for me to keep mine. And here we are. Oh, but he cheated on me with a nurse. Now, here's something else that's interesting. If he has family funds, if you have something called bill money, and this isn't a shot at the people who do have bill money, people whose finances are situated to where they have to keep a close eye on where the money is allocated in relationship to the bills. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If you find yourself in that situation, okay, let's put it like this. People who make a certain amount don't really look at bill money, because bills is what you have: cable, light, phone, water, gas, electric. All of that probably comes to at most $500. So I'm figuring if you make like $10,000 a month, you don't have to set aside $500. That just kind of like gets absorbed into everything. Now, if you make, say, $2,000 a month, then yeah, you're gonna have to keep an eye on that. You're gonna have to set aside a certain amount, like one check for bill, the other check for written mortgage. I understand what that is. So no shade there. However, what I do want to point out is that if they have bill money, then what's going on in this situation is she, the white woman, makes more than he does. I repeat, the white woman makes more than he does. Now, let's take a look at this situation again. Let's move it forward. Hold on. Okay. So this woman right here, who is prettier than this man is handsome. No shade at the man. He just is. She just is. She's prettier than he is handsome. He has kids already. He has a baby mama that does stuff like this, like Doxed on viral videos. He makes less money than she does. You see how he's getting a superior deal? You see how this is just an overall better deal in every way that you can imagine relationship deals. Because with this woman here, the woman in the bottom right or bottom left, with that woman, he had something called bill money, which means that between the two of them, they had to save up each month to pay bills. That's what it means when you have bill money. Between the two of you, you are saving up to pay bills. This man left and got with the one on the right. And after that, he got somebody who, one, makes more money than him, two, is prettier than he is handsome. He looks, yeah, somebody says he's happier. He looks happier. Don't he look happier? As jacked up as those teeth are, he is grinning with them. He is cheesing with those teeth. That is the deal that is being offered to men on other sides. Men who frequent the other side do not go out with inferior deals. They don't accept and embrace inferior deals. In fact, now that I think about it, when she said our kids, she's probably talking about her kids. She's probably talking about her kids. He's probably one of the 40 of the 44. What is the 44? The 44 is the men over 44 who have been waiting for Black love. Shout out to Boyce Watkins. Who have been waiting for Black love until they are after 44. And then all of a sudden, all of these single mothers, some of them still hold it together, come out of nowhere waiting to get on their knees for you. They just, oh yeah, I just couldn't find one for the past 26 years of my life, of my adult life. I just couldn't find a good man. Like, oh, really? Because we've known each other for like the past 10 years, and I was right here listening to you as you went through penis after penis after penis after penis after penis, and then kid after kid after kid. I was right here. So then at 44, they say, okay, I know that I can't do better. I'm going to take what I can get. How about that? I am going to take what I can get, and unfortunately, I'm going to lower my standards to you. He strikes me as a person that is in that position. Meaning that these kids aren't likely his. The one she was like, this is our family bill money. No. That is not your family bill money. It is your family bill money. It's not your family bill money. It is your family bill money. And that is what they do not tell you. That is what the stepmothers of America do not tell you, ever. They do not tell you that once a divorce happened, your kids become your kids again, and her kids become her kids again. Meaning that, say you're 10 years old, right? And your mother gets together with somebody, or excuse me, your father gets together with somebody else's mother, right? And she also has a 10-year-old son. And then they divorce when you're both 11. By the time you are both 21, 10 years later, you will not recognize that dude. The only thing that were tying y'all together, even though, you were brothers in title, that is gone. Y'all are no longer anything to each other. And the same with him and that stepson. The relationship is completely severed at that point. People be like, when people put themselves in a stepdaddy situation, and shout out to the stepfathers of the world. I get it, especially if it's a greater deal. But unless it's on some Russell Wilson stuff where, you are the primary person, the primary father that he knows and that he has known his whole life, he does not know you after that. He doesn't know you. It's over. He's like, who that man? If he goes into the NBA, you don't get a shout out. If he wins a Nobel Prize, you don't get a shout out. If he finds the cure for If he conquers the matriarchy, you don't get a shout out. So I mean, like, yeah, you are the father when it comes to buying Christmas gifts. But outside of that, you get all of the bad of fatherhood and none of the good. But the point is that we don't know their situation. But I'm gonna tell you what we do know about their situation. She's going to paint it in the worst possible light. I will say this. Hold on. I want to point this out. All right. Rest in peace to the late great. Everybody knows who this is. This is Ms. Average at Best. This is Average at Best. This is the woman who demands a man that makes six figures. A man, and she probably has other demands, but that's what we're going to go with. That's what we're going to start with. Oh, because I make a certain amount, he should make a certain amount. See, that is the deal that is being offered on this side. You have to be exceptional in order to get something average. And the deal that's being offered on this side is that average men are getting with exceptional women, exceptional at least in our income. And women like this are just sitting there shocked. Like, how could this happen? How could he do this to me? Well, it's a better deal. It's a better deal looks-wise, and it's a better deal economically speaking. Okay, so yeah, you didn't get the notification because I didn't have any ramp up time. I didn't schedule this ahead. So I know a lot of people, I know the views on this is going to be low. So I'm not really tripping on that. I didn't schedule it ahead, and sometimes you got to do that in order for the notifications to have time to catch up. But no, this is an impromptu. I'm gonna leave it up, and it's gonna be a quick one. But if you catch it, you catch it. Well, it's not that Kevin was kind with her being average. It's just that Kevin, how can I say? Kevin let her pick for herself. She gave herself an average rating. So that's how the whole average thing came. But I will say that this white woman is hotter than average at best, from what I see here. She is hotter than average at best, and she probably don't have any kids. So all that combined makes this a better option. And so, but she's asking for less. This woman here is not even asking that he is not married. Can you believe that? In addition to everything else, he's married. He's married. So this is the deal that you get as a black married average man. On the other side, on this side, you're begging Miss Average at Best to get with you, and then she's going to wait until she's 44 and then say, okay, you've been waiting for long enough. Now you can have a piece. Now you can have some of this in-house pussy. So you wonder why we have, pictures. We have these prom pictures. I don't know if it was prom, but we have these pictures where it's like 10 black boys and 10 black girls or 10 white girls or 10 light-skinned girls or just 10 non-black girls, 10 chicks that don't look like the one on the screen here. You wonder why is so much of that going on, and that is because it's a better deal. Not a genetically better deal, but they offer more and ask for less than black women, than black American women. And when I say they, I'm talking about white American women. However, each and every single group of women ask for less and offer more. Each and every single group of women on Earth. Earth! There isn't one. There isn't one. You can ask the Eskimos of Eskimania what kind of deal are they offering? What do they ask for versus what they offer, and you get a better deal. You can ask the Samoas of Samoa. You can ask the Atlanteans of Atlantis. You can ask the Romans of Rome. You can ask anybody. You can ask the Carthaginians. You can ask the Parthians. You can ask people in tribes that don't exist. Nowhere in history has there ever been a deficit between benefit and request. Nowhere in history has a group of women asked for so much while offering so little collectively, ever. It is the worst deal in the history of Adam and Eve. Like, Adam didn't, like, ever since Adam and Eve, there has not been a worse deal ever. Adam had to give up all of Eden to continue to get that pussy. She was like, it's me or Eden. And we know that he at least got it twice. So yes, it is. He even got a decent deal. Nobody else has ever had such a crappy deal offered to them. And then they're mad that you don't accept it into perpetuity. That you don't accept this deal forever. But young people are smart and older people are wising up. It's not that the older people like my age, the Gen Xers, aren't smart. It's just that the deal was better once upon a time. It made sense to take that deal back in the day, in the 90s, early 2000s. It's like, okay, she's lesser, but I do want kids that look like me, and the weave haven't taken hold, and she's not as fat as she is now. So yeah, and the attitude wasn't as bad. It was tolerable. It was tolerable. So but the deal just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Now, why did the deal get worse? I'm gonna tell you how, and then I'm gonna go to movie night. By the way, movie night is gonna be right after this. So I'm gonna tell you why and how the deal got worse, and then I'm gonna go to movie night. Because somewhere, once upon a time, black women decided to take up jobs. Now, listen, I'm not talking about the help or some mammy crap like that. Listen, F those chicks. I'm not talking about F my ancestors. I'm talking about F those chicks who talk about it like they were like they were just slaving away or sweeping a caboose or like chimney cleaning or sewers or like they act like they were polishing pipes in the sewer or some crap like that. You were the help. See, it was first of all, it was part-time. It was part-time. That is something that they don't tell you about in their books. Oh, it was the help. It was group. No, it was part-time. That's what help is. You are helping somebody who is doing stuff. The woman is washing the dishes and you're drying it. Like, you are helping. You are helping. And no, nobody needs their house kept 40 hours a week. You are not there 8 hours a day cleaning house. It just wasn't that type of party. So it wasn't a full-time job. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with yourself. He was the primary breadwinner, period. In fact, most of the time, those chicks who became the help, they did it because their kids were started to get old enough to take care of themselves, and they just got bored. But they will tell the story like, oh, it was grueling. It was grueling. And if I didn't get this minimum wage for 2 hours a week, my kids would starve because the man wasn't making enough money. That is bull crap. That is crap. These white dudes was not paying these chicks to support an entire separate Negro family. That is crap. It's a part-time job. Like, every now and again you came and, she swept the floor, but, on Wednesday you came in and mopped it. You just put polish on a reasonably clean home. So why am I bringing that up? Because somewhere during the boomer generation, they decided to say, okay, I'm working and I work such grueling, harsh labor. It's not fair for me to ... So men started making concessions because the women were working. Black men started making concessions based on the women working, which is fine. The first concession that was made was, I understand if you are not a virgin. That was the first concession. Before you had virgin brides, now you just had brides. That was the first concession that was made. You can take a couple of penises before we get married. I concede to that. That is something I concede to. But then every subsequent minute, every subsequent second, men started making more and more and more concessions. We started conceding on the quality of parenthood. We started conceding on the quality of their own personal health. We started conceding on the quality of hair. We even started conceding on the bathing frequency. We started conceding on if they already had kids. We started conceding and conceding and conceding. And here we are 40 years later, 42 years later, with nothing less to concede. They kept getting worser and worser and worser, and the excuse was always the same. It's because we work. It's because we work. No, the reason that you work is so that you can give justification for being a worse B. That is the reason that you took on work, so you can have justification to be a worse B. And now the deal that the 44 plus men are taking is utter crap. It's utter crap. But you see, they are the boiled frogs. They are the ones who, they say if you put a frog in a pot and turn it on and it slowly boils, the frog would just die in the pot. But if you put him into an existing pot of boiling water, he will hop out immediately. Now, why is that important? Because the Gen X is the frog. We are the frog. We didn't just wake up one day and the bitches started offering fat ass, average at best, no haired chibs. We didn't just wake up and have that sprung on us. No, it was a slow boil that began the moment we was born, or around the time we were born. It was a slow boil. They just started asking a little bit at a time, and we got boiled. We are the boiled frogs. But you want to know who's not the boiled frogs? The new generations. And you want to know why they're not the boiled frogs? Because the pot has already been boiling. The pot has already been boiling, and they are telling these dudes to jump in. They're saying to these young men, I want you to jump into this boiling pot right now. Right now. They are saying, jump into this boiling pot right now. And they are saying no. You got 24-year-olds talking up passports. No, I am not going to jump into this boiling pot. No. And that is where we are at. And unfortunately, for far too many, particularly in Gen X, for one, you're too damn old to go back. And for two, it's you're too used to this deal. For you, it's easier to convince somebody to accept this inferior deal than it is to offer a superior deal. It is. But however, there's a new generation out there that's like, listen, if this is the deal that you have to offer, then I am going to go with the other deal that's on the table. I am going to go with the other deal that's on the table. Take a look at these two. Take a look at these two. Now, I'm going to assume that they're 18 and I'm going to give my judgment. This one right here is the hottest. This one right here is the hottest. And this one right here is the least hottest. Now, why is that important? It really isn't. I just wanted to say that. Look at how big this house is. Look at how big this house is. See, that speaks to the wealth of the parents and the kids. The amount of generational wealth that is being passed down to the young men that live in this neighborhood. They are not taking an inferior deal. Their parents didn't take an inferior deal in life. They are not going to take an inferior deal in penis. And yeah, I'll get the other light-skinned girl, the runner-up. Let me take a look. Yeah, this one with the eyebrows. Okay, look at this. Look at this. The darker you are in this picture, the hotter you are. The darker you are in this particular picture, the hotter you are. And I'm not talking about the men. Now, the reason that I say that is because these women are exercising their potential. And by exercising their potential, I'm talking about exercising. That is how they maintain it. That's how they maintain it until they are this age. And when they are this age, they take him from her. They take him from her. Why? Because they maintain a decent SMV always. Now, I got to get to movie night. If you want to come to movie night, email me at GameChanger00100@gmail.com and I will send you the link. Today's movie is The Weatherman. So I'll see y'all there. With that, thank the Cash App Super Chats, managers, moderators, those listen silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. GameChanger00100. Game over. Peace.